Hello, my angels, and welcome back to a new day and new reading. I am feeling maybe there is a kind of a stuck energy when it comes to this collective. There could be some old thoughts playing within your mind that you're having a hard time letting go in this moment and kind of feeling caught up within a loop of maybe what went down in the past within a lot of situations. It's like a walk down memory lane, but not in a nice way. It's more of a overplaying certain events within your mind that you kind of need to release and therefore let go of. I'm getting that feeling. It could be you, collective, or it could be tied to you in some way, shape, or form. But let's see. Let's see what comes out of this collective when we are focusing on the energy here. Let's just do 4 cards. Yeah. Okay. So we have love here. We have the unconditional love, the self-love, the wholeness, the affection and attraction, and the selflessness, right? And then we have the runner, the fear of intimacy, running away, intent. I have a hard time saying that word. Intensity. It's very intense. I'm just gonna say it like that. And letting go and turmoil and fleeting, right? And then we have the golden mirror. It's narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. And then we have stabbed in the back. It's heartbreak, pain, separation, loss, deception, and lies, shocking attack. There could have been something coming to your table, I guess, or otherwise this is what you are going over within your own rights in your process of thought in this moment. When we talked about that memory lane, it could be tied to someone here you have allocated as a runner, but then again, maybe you are in a way running away from memories when it comes to this. But if we take it quite literally with the cards, right? There's something here within a dynamic where there has been love. And I say it in past tense because I don't think it's present as much in this moment of time. It feels like it's something that you are reflecting upon, like self-absorbed, one-sided, right? Maybe a bit of a narcissist tendencies, like someone is just quite full of themselves, right? And then we have the stabbed in the back here, which is a hard one to go through. It's kind of like that Ten of Swords within the tarot, right? It's deep, deep pain, and it could have been quite shockingly whatever came to your table within this dynamic. But I think a lot of it is also the pain and the loss, right? There could have been lies here as well, collective. And that would be why you reflect upon all of this love bombing and the one-sidedness of the situation, right? But I want to see a bit more when it comes to this love, the unconditional love, Phoenix. So you're trying to kind of go into that renewed and growth, right? And change mind, rising from the ashes. It talks about as well a new phase and rekindling. I'm a bit on the defense if you want to rekindle something here. Okay, maybe someone will. The engagement ring, higher commitment, eternity, partnership, union, and completion. Hmm. What about that runner then? And then we have girl with a snake. Charmed or used, right? Enabled and boundaries. I'm a bit on the defense when it comes to this right here, right now. Because I'm hearing multiple things when it comes to this. If we take it to within the love situation, right? Within the love department of this, either you as a collective has been in some kind of commitment when it comes to a person, like maybe you were engaged, right? And in some way, shape, or form, this happened, right? Or you were on the tracks of having that, like, commitment where you were building a very stable, secure future with one another, right? And you're finding yourself trying to phoenix from this because, again, the golden mirror, it's very one-sided, and something here with the stabbed in the back, right? And then we have underneath the runner, the girl with the snake. I would like to see if that energy is still around, because if it is, it's a bit alarming having this row over here. If it's not you, collective, wanting to phoenix from those feelings, if it's something that is connected to you and what you have been shown when it comes to any kind of love towards this person, and that energy is still present, from what I can tell and from what I can feel, they would still be embodying some energy that would make them run. It hasn't been healed out of them. And if that is still present, the girl with the snake, it often is quite permanent people within our life. It can be a place that we work that has the whole of us, right? It can be friends or girlfriends. It can be family, siblings, cousins that would have interfered with your guys' dynamic, and that could have led to them being quite self-absorbed, at least in this collected size, because all of a sudden it was quite one-sided and it left you with a lot of heartbreak. But then again, if it's connected to you, the person of who this is to the collective could be reflecting upon this as well. So I'd like to get a bit further into that. That girl with the snake. Okay, that's good. That's good. Healthier choices. So that could be that they are removing that energy from their life, right? That is good, though. Self-love and self-care, being happier and loving life, that is good. That is good. What about the golden mirror here, then? In the ship. It's starting to smell maybe a bit like a movement reading. I'm gonna be honest. There's just something about it. I don't think anything has come to your table yet. We have the ship here underneath the golden mirror, right? So kind of in the dynamic of taking it from a person that were quite self-absorbed and one-sided to having something here coming to your table, receiving what you need, progression and arriving. It also talks about the cutting ties, but maybe that's more within the energy, right? Cutting that tie of the self-absorbed and the one-sided. Maybe you're gonna be a bit love bombed here, and that in itself can be a red flag, right? And it could be with the engagement ring, right? I'm a bit on the defense with this. It's good that we have healthier choices over the girl with a snake, but let's see. What about stabbed in the back here? What about that? And then the mirror. Okay. So you are both reflecting upon this collective. So you are as well reflecting upon I am feeling quite tongue-tied. That in itself is quite a sign now, isn't it? But reflecting, you are mirroring this about the heartbreak and all of the pain, this separation and all of the losses, the deception, the lies, the shocking attack. It's mirrored. right here, right now. It's mirrored. And then I'm splitting it to karmic. Yeah, karmic relationship and then death. Could it indicate that something here is coming in? I guess it could. I just want to get a dice. And if 5 or 6 comes out, it's more like the week ahead from this collective. It's if it's something less than that, it's those states, right? So is something coming here, my angels? 5. So week ahead. So within the next week or so, something here could come in. Ooh, what was that? It went flying. Oh, there's the paradise card. Okay. So paradise, happiness and joy, playfulness, enjoying each other and honeymoon phase. Okay. What about that ship? What about that ship? Abundance. I think they are trying to keep a positive mindset in this moment of time, and to tie you to this collective, you could have been focused a lot about the gratitude, the bliss, and your blessings, even though you have seen this person act with more within the energy of the golden mirror, right? There is progression here. And it could also lead into a lot of positivity within the process of thought, right? I think it was more your person, so to speak, that I was feeling initially, but then again, with the backstab and the mirror, you are both going through it. I feel quite tongue-tied, I must admit. And like the hurts, I was about to say the words. Girl, the words are hard to get out. What about that paradise, my angels? What about that? Whoosh. Okay. Now we have sunglasses. We will have to get some more when it comes to this, because maybe it's to tie you to this reading. If you were, when you were initially together, you got together, you were very much within this happiness, right? Having a lot of joy, being playful with one another. And you could have gone through what you call a honeymoon phase. So that would have been a short-lived romance within those 3 to approximately 6 months. And then they put on their running shoes, maybe due to a girl with a snake here. At least that energy has been present. But then again, nice to see it is healthier choices above it, right? That makes me a bit more within my body when it comes to that energy. But they would have put on their running shoes from this love, and they would have put up this golden mirror, being very self-absorbed, right? Not giving you the time of the day, or maybe even understanding what they did. They just wanted to run from the situation. Something would have happened here. I'm not sure this collective is totally aware of it, but I think you have indications towards it. But it led to a lot of heartbreak and a lot of pain. And again, that is mirrored, which it's good. It means that this person is reflecting upon what truly went down within your guys' dynamic, right? And what caused this, and hopefully why they did it, gaining some insights when it comes to that situation. I just want to confirm it a bit more here. When we talk about the backstab and the mirror, and then again the paradise. So they could have messed up something quite beautiful here, and that they're replaying then within their mind. Because we have the death here. This relationship is over. No second chance. Grow and transform. What is dead is dead. They could have been in that lens for quite some time, but then we have heart with a key. It talks about welcoming love, meeting the one, open your heart, getting together perfectly. I think they're more in the lens of hoping for that when it comes to this collective. What about more when it comes to the backstab that they're mirroring? And self-indulgence. So focusing on self-worth, time to heal, shadow work, and self-appreciation. And then we have the hands of cards. So we know for a fact this haven't come in yet, right? Within the next week, something is about to happen. You have a ship here, so something is arriving at your table when it comes to this. And if that person truly has been going within, focusing on themselves, it seems like it again with the healthier choices. And they are in reflection upon this backstab. And they have been figuring out, well, you own the key to my heart here. So this would have been past tense as well. I think it's something they reflect upon. Let's just give one more for that, for the dead. Yeah, they weren't dealing. So don't make it fit. I think you as a collective, again, that's the energy I'm picking up. You have been shown nothing when it comes to this person's emotions towards you. They have been avoiding you, kind of like the plague, I'm hearing, avoiding you like the plague. They were not dealing, they were avoiding a conversation, a call, they were putting up boundaries, or at least in your view, collective, they were being very self-absorbed when it came to how they moved and dealt with this, right? And it left you deeply in pain. A lot of grieving, a lot of sadness, and I think a lot of unanswered questions as well to what truly went down and why this person moved in that way. I'm just still a bit on the defense with this, or if this person is moving in more within the love bombing department, or actually clear positive communication, like having accountability for their action, not just only reflecting upon it, but truly taking accountability when it comes to why this all had to happen. And then I'm splitting it to the runner. So it makes me a bit on the defense with this energy. There's some good things here, but there's also some in the lens of a bit of a red flag. I'm gonna be honest. But let's see a bit more when it comes to this. So, universe, the person connected to the collective. Let's just see about them in this moment of time when it comes to that ship and the movement. So spying, first cat out. It talks about the social network, the information and ways. So if you collective do not have a social media account in one way, shape, or form that one would have access to, it's not your reading, because this person is lurking within the social media, keeping tabs on you. I'm hearing that. And maybe that's a bit, again, it is of a red flag, because when we have the need, or they have the need, I should say, to do that, it's because they're wanting to, yes, see how you're doing, and I don't think your person would know it within the forefront of their mind, but doing that, lurking within someone's social media and not making your presence known, they're sending you the evil eye. They're creating so much negativity to put in to your energy. And again, I don't think they're aware of it. However, I think this collective is. I think you have indications toward that. And you could have taken notice of a certain profile and kind of been thinking, if the shoe fits. But let's see, the person connected. Oof. Yeah. It's the bitterness, the resentment, the anger, and the hurtful words, right? And that is also a thing with that spying. It's very wounded feminine energy to lurk in someone's background and having a peek, see what they are up to. And it can cause so much unnecessarily conflict and drama, but within themselves, right? They're doing it to themselves. They are opening up Pandora's box, not knowing that maybe there's a reason why you're not being shown things in this moment. You are lurking, you are creeping around, if you get what I'm saying, within the background, and you are trying to connect dots that you do not need to. And what I am feeling, I think that would be within your process of thought collective, is why not just talk to me about it? I am hearing that. Why not just ask me instead of being in the background and being a little detective trying to figure things out? I have nothing to hide. I'm hearing that as well. So that could be your viewpoint, but they are at a breaking point, right? And I do not like seeing that bitterness. It taps a bit into that wounded masculine energy, wounded feminine, wounded masculine. So it would be interesting to get tarot to see how that person is, so to speak, shining. Maybe a bit a lack of it. But the breaking point, the limits, the final straw, and the overwhelm. And this is overwhelming to be in. But they again are putting it on themselves by being a little lurky, right? And then we have the distracted, the sidetrack, the chains, and then delays. What about that spying here? Mistakes. So it is right there in this victim mentality. They feel misunderstood. They feel like a lost soul. I'm seeing that sneaky card. Maybe I should just get the deck and see when it comes to this person connected to this collective. Wait. Yeah, okay. Oh no, and health. Ooh, but health. So something to do here with health collective. It's to take notice of. Maybe that is to tie you to this reading as well. But we have health and we have pregnancy and then we have guardian. It takes me first initial thought, maybe you have lost a pregnancy with this person and you would have a guardian angel, like a precious memory of being pregnant. If you get what I'm saying, it's kind of a sensitive subject to touch upon. Maybe there's something here with that, and maybe you are not able to have kids again, or it's something you reflect upon. Maybe it would be quite hard for this collective with the health card here as well. It kind of gives me that indication that that could be hard for you to get pregnant, and maybe you were pregnant, and that's why we have the guardian angel over here. Someone is watching over you when it comes to that. Can the pregnancy card also talk about expectations when it comes to something? It can, but just paired with the health, it was my first initial thought, and I'm gonna stick to it. And I'm thinking that you have been pregnant, collective, and you lost that child. Maybe you decided to not go on with that pregnancy due to some things within this dynamic. And that angel is up there watching over you. And then we have the date night, and it's like we know that, right? That's within the energy, but get ready to be wined and dined. I was just seeing that sneaky liar card here. And then no, it's not the right time, and someone else. So even though we have healthier choices over that snake, it's still not the right time. And that could be because they're not completely healed out. If that person has only adjusted something when it comes to that energy, it takes time for that to be out. And there it is. There it is. The card I was seeing, the liar. Be careful, someone sneaky. I saw that quite clear within my mind, but it's not the right time. No, it's not the right time. Bees could be significant. You could have seen a bee today. A bee could have landed on you or something. It feels like quite a significant sign for this collective. But if someone here is still in the middle trying to sabotage this, for me it indicates that even though they have healthier choices over it, it's still quite fresh, right? It hasn't been totally healed out. And that would be why I'm still feeling a bit defensive when it comes to this. And then seeing this energy with the bitterness, the spying, it just gives me a... yeah, that victim vibe. It really does. Wait, what was that? Yeah, the finality. I think something here when it comes to this dynamic, right? They are on a breaking point when it comes to you, but I also think it is within other areas of their life. I'm gonna be honest, that had kept them distracted. That has been, someone else in the middle. That does not have to be a specific person. It can be situations or groups of people, right? I was about to say union of family, something. It can be it can be a lot of people that this person would have to leave behind and close the door to, right? But I don't think that they have completely. And again, we know for a fact when we close off something and we are in the midst of a bit of a retrograde here, right? People from the past have a tendency to come back, and your person could be facing some kind of a test when it comes to this. That something here would be trickling in, right? Is this completely over and done with? Have you learned to walk away? And also as well with the victim mentality, that would be nice if they are leaving that behind when it comes to collective. That would be nice, but let's just see. No, it is about the karmic. I think their karmic wheel then is at play, that deviation about something again kind of coming around to see. Because it says consequence, right? And cause of effect and depth. So you owe someone something here. And karma doesn't have to be bad. However, I am feeling a bit of a be careful energy when it comes to this. Let's see what the bitterness here. The bitterness, the resentment, like an obsession. Well, it does make sense now, doesn't it? They would be heavy in your energy, but with the spying, you don't do that spying thing if you aren't in some way, shape, or form obsessed. It's just whether or not you want to face that within your own rights, right? And I don't think this person has. Right here, right now, it seems like they are more within that poor me, poor my. I let this go. Again, I made this paradise that I had come to an end. I put complete closure into that. What was I doing, poor me, poor my? And sitting and reflecting upon all of this pain. I am still a bit on the defense if this person has truly understood and are therefore ready to take accountability when it comes to whatever is arriving for this collective, when it comes to their person. I'm gonna be honest, I do not feel like this is true. I'm gonna be honest. Divine masculine. But maybe again, we know that everyone can change. I am a big allocator for that. Everyone can change. Do they have that opportunity to build a foundation and come into that energy? I definitely think they do. But within this moment of time, they are not. A divine masculine energy does not feel the need to lurk within the background. He's making his presence known. A divine masculine is not sitting feeling restrained when it comes to an obsession. A divine masculine is not sitting in victim mentality. They are not within the resentment and anger and hurtful words within any way, shape, or form, right? They are a doer. They act upon their words. They come in with integrity. They speak the truth, and this truth they speak, it's within volume. It's like the complete opposite of what a divine masculine energy is. And maybe this person thinks that they are embodying this energy, but honey, no, you do not. You are more of wounded feminine, wounded masculine, poor me, poor my, and resentment. Because they are opening up Pandora's box. And then it's poor me, poor my. Make it make sense, right? It's like they're sitting in the mess of their own doing and they're having a hard time facing that. But foundation, is it nice that they think like that? Yeah, but then again, what's the process of thought behind it? What's the action behind it? What's the healing behind it? Someone cannot expect, and again, that's why I'm feeling that be careful, collective. If they just coming over flooding with that love bomby energy of word vomit, when it comes to, oh, how much I love you and you're just my soulmate, you are everything to me, I should never let you go, you are my eternal happily ever after, la la la, that kind of energy, but have not healed what needs to be healed. They're still in runner energy. That came out. They still have running tendencies. And someone here is still in the middle that hasn't been quite healed out. Do they have healthier choices over it, which means awareness? Yeah. But does that mean that this collective needs to sit there and endure this? Sit in the middle of it? There's something here that does not seem quite right to me. There's something here, my angels. Can I have one more for that divine masculine and the foundation? Clouded judgment. Well, illusions, unbalanced, disoriented. I rest my case. They are not seeing this right, my angels. It's like they think they embody that energy and they are ready to build this, but you haven't come into that energy. You are not ready. It does not seem like they're ready to come in, take full on accountability for what they did, to cause all of this. Are you mirroring that backstabbing? Yes, you are, but nothing on the spread so far when it comes to that. I think it's a seed within them. It's starting to come in. But look at their energy. They are more within spying and bitterness, and that's what's leading them to the breaking point. But what are they gonna communicate here? I'm gonna be honest, I am feeling and seeing red flags in my mind. I'm like, oh, oi, what is that? Breaking point. Shocking. So it's gonna come in. Maybe quite shockingly, right? But also with a lot of turmoil, a lot of trouble. And again, I'm gonna say it again. If we know for a fact that there's still someone in the middle, they're trying to heal it out, make healthier choices over that girl with a snake, but still present. So it means that they are still within their energy. They haven't healed that out. There's still a lot of turmoil, right? There's still a lot of trouble here. And why would anyone expect another person to endure that? Haven't this collective, haven't you been sitting in enough pain, sitting in enough of a mess due to what this person has been doing, and still not taking any accountability for how they moved and how they acted and how they chose to leave you feeling this was all one-sided? And conflicted. So they haven't made a decision, right? They're still hot and cold, and they feel like there are multiple choices. I think it's both when it comes to you, collective, but I also getting it's when it comes to that snake energy. Even though they want to make healthier choices when it comes to this, there's still conflict here, right? There's still decisions that needs to be made. And they are still within that hot and cold and multiple choices. I want one more for that. And then their pride. Oh, my God, this person. Ugh. And again, when we read energy, right, we pick up on what you collective are feeling. And I feel like this is your energy just being, are you serious? Like, we have the pride card here. So their arrogance, their ego, their stubbornness. So they are more worried about that, right? Their ego, their pride taking a hit, maybe being shown that this is truly farewell. So they would rather sit in the background, have all of these feelings, all of the bitterness, resentment, anger towards this collective, because what you are saying is hurting them so much, because they are choosing to lurk within the background, and they are seeing things and relaying things that they shouldn't even be bothered with, right? But they would rather do that than have any kind of clear communication coming to this point, and they feel like a victim to the situation, but in some way they still feel like they are embodying a divine masculine energy. Oh, collective. I am being very right now. I am being quite feisty. Losting. Don't, collective. Do not give them your vessel. And if you have been, and then we have the intimacy, don't you? Stay firm. Stay firm, collective. Stay firm. Losting. Forbidden, non-committal sexual energy. Don't you be giving your sacred vessel away. If you have been on this journey, it is quite common for feminines to come in to what is the word? What is the word? You have it completely gone from my mind. What is that word? What is that word? However, you have not been sharing your vessel, right? You have been choosing to shut that off. And that word is completely, it's like, it's just blank. I'm gonna be honest. And now my ear is ringing. Oh, so loud. But if this person, again with that date night, coming in to just wine and dine you, again, we have nothing about communication or confession when it comes to all of this. And they are still within clouded judgment. They still carry victim mentality. They still care way more about their pride and their ego being in conflict when it comes to this. I think they are truly afraid of their pride taking a hit if you collective choose to say, I am not going on a date with you. I am not putting up with this. They would have a hard time facing it. Oh my God, my ear. It's really loud. Ooh. Just one more card here, universe, when it comes to this clinging. Yeah, we know they are holding on, they're obsessed, and they're spying, which it's just confirming. Which is just confirming. Ugh. My God. Let's get tarot. Let's just get some tarot when it comes to this. Oh. From another deck though, but the devil. Right there. Be careful. Okay. And then I'm splitting to the Seven of Swords. Oh, collective, be careful. I don't think they are moving with integrity and honesty and not even a clear headspace. Like coming in to wine and dine and just kind of hoping that you will end up in some way, shape, or form in bed together, maybe even get you a bit tipsy and just have their way, and all of this would be forgotten and we're back in fairyland. It's kind of that energy, which is just I feel this person is in for a treat. I'm gonna be honest. Okay. When it comes to how this person is gonna move forward within the next 5 days, this person connected to collective with that ship. All of these are kind of sideways, right? So we're gonna take them as such. I think they have the opportunity to come up, right? But within this moment of time, there's a reason why they're coming out like that. We have the sun, we have the night, not the night. I said that for a reason though. We have the King of Wands and the King of Pentacles. It's a lot of divine masculine energy. And like I said, I do not think that your person is embodying that in this moment of time. Do they have the capability of coming into a position of that energy? Of course they do. Everyone can change. We are foolish to think that people cannot. Everyone can change and everyone can grow. However, Tower. We have a Tower and it talks about, well, kind of elimination, isn't it? It's also enlightenment. It's also very shockingly within this. It talks about the awakening, the turmoil, the devastation, the shocking revelation, the change, the freedom. If you choose to see it in that lens, a lot of people don't. When a tower hit, they are more worried within the destruction of it than seeing the freedom it can provide, or it is meant to provide. And we have temperance over it as well, which And the angels have a hold on it, right? They're trying to balance something out here. They're trying to neutralize. They're trying to calm the situation, calm this tower. But we did get the karma card, right? So this person could be facing something here. What about that tower? It's something about their security, so their foundation. And that they come out with the divine masculine, right? But then again, the angels are saying they are not moving in with that energy. It isn't in reverse, but it isn't quite upright. And it makes sense from the energy we read for them, right? They are thinking they are in that. They are not. They are not in divine masculine energy. They have something here. Again, I think, yes, they could come in quite shockingly. They want, again, to balance something out here, but for once in reverse, right? It's all about something is unsafe, a lot of frustration, intolerance. There could be some problems when it comes to their foundation, again, their stability. And if they are coming in from some kind of a tower that has happened within their life due to that snake energy, that's something, again, with that final farewell, they're putting up some sort of boundary, or someone is putting up a boundary with them, leaving complete chaos and destruction. And it is to ruin that fundament, again, to create change, to remove what does not serve, right? Again, it depends on how you look at it. And that would make your person maybe questioning a lot about the divine masculine energy, because it's if that had been upright, that is big energy. King of Pentacles, he's the most trustworthy of all of the kings within the deck, right? King of Pentacles and King of Wands, that's almost an emperor, I'm gonna be honest, embodying that energy. It's determination, it is passion, it is stable, it's secure, it's loyalty, it's trustworthy. And the Sun, but they are not for a reason. It's not the right time. Whatever it is, my angel, I don't think that you need to entertain this. I think you need to return a favor when it comes to this person. What was that? Yeah, Two of Swords in reverse, right? So release. Release. The decision is made, this card says. So maybe you have already come to term with that decision. And I put it underneath the Temperance here. So don't lose your Temperance, collective, when this comes in. Choose peace, choose calm, choose gratitude, be neutral, right? Turn to yourself and to the higher powers. This is not the right time, and I see that. If that person is coming in from a total destruction within their stable, secure foundation and then fleeting towards you, again, I'm seeing red flags for a reason. They need to deal with that. And it shouldn't be your burden to carry and be there licking their wounds and anything. Five of Swords. So a lot of chaos, right? Betrayal. There could have been a lot of betrayal. Hostility, right? Sabotage, loss, failure, misfortune, and negativity, like collective. It's not the right time. And I don't blame you in any way, shape, or form. I hope I do not come across like that. It's just, this energy. This energy. And that person of yours would have had so many indications about that tower. It makes itself present a long time before it ever arrives. Like the build up to a tower, that takes time. And they have chosen over and over and over again to not release this. So what are they doing? Archangel Michael, and we have talked about him before within my readings. And then I'm seeing the High Priestess. I feel like I need to stop tapping into this for a reason. But again, when he comes in, it's to create change, right? It's never to destroy something that was meant to be permanent. It's to remove what does not serve. And if your person then is choosing to act upon this, again, that victim mentality, the poor me, poor my, I'm sitting here looking into collective's life while mine is in literal ruins. My stability has been removed. I am sitting in this and I'm coming in with some kind of communication, maybe hoping to gain balance, but I think this is the universe saying, we got to hold on this. It's to create this moving forward. And for you to hold on to it when this comes in. Two of Swords in reverse, collective. You are not blinded. Release, right? The decision is made when it comes to this. So I think, like I said, I think you have decided upon silence speaks louder than words when it comes to this, right? Oh, it's still on. I thought I had shut it down for a second. Oy. What do we get you here, collective? We are gonna see. Maybe we do this. I'm not quite sure, but let's see. When it comes to whatever communication here, it's on the way. Can we call it that? I think it's more within a message of, hey, can I take you out? I'm gonna be honest. I don't think they're coming in being clear when it comes to this, but let's see what Spirit says about the situation within the next 5 days. False narrative within the discernment, right? I think this is when it comes to your person. It talks about being mindful of the story you're telling yourself. Having a negative narrative. Oh, sorry, my throat chakra. But it's destroying and simply not true. Stop listening to your ego-based story, and we know for a fact that they are ego-based story that this that is laced with falsehood and old conditions. For every negative thing you say, counterattack that by saying free positive. See the truth of who you are, which is wise, magnetic, magnifying and radiant, and your person does not. They are in victim mentality, and they could be coming in wearing some kind of a mask, right? And you could see them as kind of the clown when this comes in. I'm gonna be honest, like I get that feeling of just, and I think that's why we have temperance here as well. Don't let this person take you out of your peace and your calm. If you are getting fired up like a little firecracker, ready to hit the, don't. Leave it. Don't let that person take you out of your peace and your calm, because they are not ready to face the reality of what they have created. Don't let them have that kind of power over you. You do not have to respond. Remember, the decision is already made up. So if you had made that decision within your mind that whatever kind of communication that comes to your table, you are not going to respond, keep that promise to yourself. Take notice of what you're feeling within the moment. And again, feeling all of these emotions stirring up, you know that it's not serving you to respond. It's a trigger. Don't. Find a way to recenter yourself, to claim your power, to be in center. That can take a long time. It can take a long time, but I think it would lead to them evolving here with that decision. It's not a negative situation, but a necessary one. Have the awareness to see it from your soul's perspective, that you choose much of this before you reincarnated. It is needed. This release, this victimhood mentality, as we said it, so it will release them from that, right? Their victimhood mentality, and pull back your power. We must go through trials and tribulations as an opportunity to evolve. How you choose to interpret something here with the situation hangs on your growth or not. And then ground it. Your soul loves to connect and be one with nature. A beautiful healing takes place when you ground and center yourself with the earth. Being in nature has a way to restore what has been lost and bring back to your center. Again, collective. I think that's a message from spirit above. You could be quite connected in nature in general. You could find yourself being kind of at one when you are out and about, maybe at a forest or at a beach. There's water here in the picture. That could be significant, but I think it's also all of these emotions, right, that you would be feeling. Just look at that. All of those fishes swimming around, and she's just in that water. All of that chaos around you, all of those emotions, try to come into a center with it. Don't be acting upon it, because you are not centered. You are not in a true, clear headspace. You are triggered. And you need to see this when this comes in, right? So you're not creating a new cycle you then have to go through, right? It could lead to something good here. Again, I'm hearing that return the favor. Return that favor. Again, reflect upon what did it do to you all of those times where you were faced with silent treatment. All of that abandonment you have then felt, all of that pain, all of those triggers, all of that sorry, grieving and loss, what did it lead you to gain within yourself? All of that strength and the power, right? And the will. Keep that promise to yourself and choose silence. Don't be acting upon any triggers here. You're on the right track. So stay on that, right? Stay on that. You are going in the right direction. Just keep moving forward. Do not look back. Do not entertain this. and do not react upon it. Again, if it takes you out of your peace, it is not right. You should not be reacting upon your triggers. If you're feeling angry, if you're feeling hurt, if you're feeling sad, whatever feeling that is stirring up within you, go out, go center. You do not need to respond. Not in that moment, not 2 weeks after. Let your silence speak volumes so this person has an opportunity to transform themselves, right? To come into that strength, to leave that in the past, to let that mask fall, and not be coming in like this, thinking they can have their way with you. If they are coming in some way charming, asking you out and being so surface level, not addressing what needs to be addressed, because they are reflecting upon it, but they are choosing not to. And so they are coming in of a tower of complete destruction within their life, turning to you, the only person that has maybe always been there, always open and warm and would listen to them, give them maybe the benefit of the doubt when it came to anything. But you have chosen to walk away from this. You have chosen to stand within the feeling of what went really down here, right? You are in that midst right here, right now. You're reflecting upon all of that sorrow, and that is for a reason that is coming in, because the universe is wanting you to see that this is not the right time. Look at what they did to you. You're reflecting upon that for a reason. What they did to you weren't right. And look at how they're choosing to come in. Are you going to accept this and take another roundabout within this circus? Or are you gonna return that favor and let them sit in that pain, that loss, that grief, so they can transform? Does it make sense? Is there more here, my angels, when it comes to collective? Divinely guided. Trust the wisdom of the universe and remain open to receive guidance as your journey through life's mystery. Truly, divinely guided temperance, my angels. Temperance. And winds of fortune, right? Allow the wind of fortune to guide your sails, maneuvering through life's opportunities and challenges with adaptability. And then this says, create a new identity, embrace change, and rediscover yourself, creating a narrative aligned with your true essence. Trust yourself. Trust your feelings. They are no bigger sign than the body's emotions. Trust what you are feeling. It's not the right time, my angels. And we see that. It's so clear from the energy, right? It is so clear. Where do we go from now? I think we are going to give you just a little message from your team to give this collective a bit of maybe peace within your soul. Something you can turn to when this comes in, to reclaim your center and your power. Something to remember, maybe write down. Don't allow anyone to abuse your power or take it away from you. Remember, you will be treated how you allow others to treat you. Show them that you value yourself far too much to settle from anything less than what you deserve. My angel, write that down. Affirm that to yourself when this comes in. That is powerful. Choose you. There's no other way of putting it, my angels. That was powerful. We are gonna get you some dice. Numbers that would be significant, dates, birthdays, car plate number, house number, upcoming dates maybe, something here. So we have 1, 1, 1 and 11. Oh my God. So 1, oh, it flicked. 1, 1, 1 and 11. And then we have 4, we have 70, and we have 16. That would be significant numbers, right? Damn, 1, 1, 1 and 11. You could be seeing that quite a lot. Okay, we're going to take some initials that would be spelling out, again, something significant for you, collective, throughout this reading. It could be energy attached to this. It could be something that would take you places, right? Your initials, the person connected to you initials, work, job, whatever it may be. Again, it should spell out something significant. B M G P L N C J B A C M Z B H Y X I T V C C P X D O U S G Y W Z G E and X. So stay strong, collective. Stay strong, stand firm, and remember this. Affirm that to yourself when this person comes in. Don't allow anyone to abuse or take your power away. You have worked too hard to let that happen. Way too hard. Okay, I'm sending you much strength, collective. Be on top of that energy. Be on top of it. Thank you so much for tapping in and for tuning in and listening. Now I'll see you in another day, another time, in another reading. Bye, my angels. Bye. Be strong.